So you got out of captain? Yeah. I got out of
Feel free to take them out. It would hurt. They're That'd be great. I'm working towards it right here.
It is nice.
More than one time.
I was sure you did.
It was collaborative in the
Rooftop deck, see the day, plant that seed in Phil that's going on here.
Yeah, I think we need to sort of our
yours what? To a rooftop?
yeah, we decided no, and now I'm thinking, yeah, I think we need that.
I think yours is about
I'm trying to learn some new
Oh, good.
soak it up and learn how it's done because I know you know how it's done.
Coach Bo can have one of my kids any day.
Straighten out on
I believe that. I believe that. I thought she kicked you when you said the thing about the beavers at the dam that time. I don't think I bothered you.
No, you didn't bother me.
She said the next time the dam goes, I want to get on the And I thought, what is going to come in with like a breakdown?
So I have to pay a bidder in Detroit to come track me at my farm.
You can take them over there.
Take them over there and they have a dam.
Solve multiple things. Yeah. Oh, I'm on. You want me to do that?
Hello everybody, just come on and make your way in. If you just come and find a seat, wherever there is, there's more seats up here, back here, it's okay. You can come on in if you like. It's nice and shady under here, and there's a little bit of a breeze. It's actually pretty nice. Hello everybody,
Very good.
y'all are in the shade, but out here I'm not. Yeah, that's okay. It's all right. We got the camera set up and everything already. Yeah, I won't make it long. Don't worry. It's not how I do these things. Okay. All right. First, I'd like to invite up Tim Trivett, our representative on the Board of Supervisors for Westmoreland County, to give a welcome.
So since Robin's not going to have a lot to say, I'll take her place and do about 6 or 7 pages worth. I am thankful, though, that it's today rather than yesterday. I wasn't sure whether I need to wear my muck boots today, but we're always thankful for that rain when we don't have any for quite some time. And we've been getting a lot of it here recently. My grass is growing, so. But boy, what an exciting time in Colonial Beach. And I want to recognize a couple people. I'm not sure what Robin's going to say or who she's going to recognize because she's been on vacation. I haven't had a chance to talk to her, but the people that I want to recognize have been mentors to me for the last year and a half and helped me to fill this position as the 5th District Supervisor representing Colonial Beach. I'm thankful today to see our 4th District Supervisor here and our Vice Chairman, Mr. W.W. Henson, Woody, right here on the second row. he has served on our board for many, many years, and probably nobody in Westmoreland County, other than maybe Mr. Fisher as well, who represents the 1st District, has more knowledge about what goes on in Westmoreland County. I also want to recognize Dorothy Dickerson Tate, who represents our 3rd District on the Board of Supervisors. Thank you for being here today. And Mr. Fisher had a prior commitment when he was notified about this event, so hopefully I can do a good job of representing him as well. But it has been a pleasure working with him on the Board of Supervisors. I want to say thank you to Eddie Blunt. I see he's here today, our former mayor. You know, he's been a friend and a mentor for many, many years to me, and I really appreciate that. Also want to recognize our youngest mayor and our first lady mayor, I believe, Robin Schick, who actually we've had a great relationship and we've collaborated on different county and town events since I've been here. Also want to recognize Mike Cambry, the vice mayor, and thank you for your support, Mike, as well as Tom Monecure and Karen Self-Sullivan, and Kenneth Allison and Vicki Robertson and Pal Duggan. Thank all of you for helping me make my job easier as well, representing the people in Colonial Beach. And they just don't, a lot of them don't realize what you go through and how many meetings you attend and what it took to get to this point that we're at today. It just doesn't happen overnight. But I would tell you, in talking to other developers, this has probably been a really fast project coming on board compared to what you see up in Northern Virginia and other places and trying to get through DEQ and different boards. So I hope through the way that, Mr. Dodson, that people have been able to keep this thing moving in the right direction. I want to recognize any planning commission members that may be here today. I see Carrie with the chamber, different ones that I know that have really helped me. India, the town manager, who has just dived right in head first and has been there and is going to be a special part of this, as well as events that are going to take place in the future. And Rob Murphy, I don't know if he's here today, who's our deputy town manager. Obviously, I want to recognize him. I've worked with him on many occasions. But I want to tell you, it's exciting to be able to welcome you. I've lived this place my entire life. When I see that riverboat, that was the Reno when I was a young child. The boardwalk, the old hotel, I ran those halls in that old hotel as a child. Every year, we had events down there for festival weekend where the majorettes and different bands and things did a competition on that hill. I remember rocks and fries and those little small fries that they made at that restaurant on the boardwalk. And I also remember when all of it was tore down and it was gone. And it was heartbreaking because I travel all across the state of Virginia to so many small towns where when it's gone, it's gone. It doesn't come back. And even though I don't know Mr. Dodson very well, he's got a vision and he's got a dream. And this is not an area that he's not familiar with. He grew up in this area, and he's been to Colonial Beach many times, and Fairview Beach, and Fredericksburg, and where his family's been, and he's had a vision, and he's had a dream, like so many of us have dreams, and this particular dream is going to come true. And I tell you, I see Coach sitting over there. You know, I remember when that was the water tower field, and I can't tell you how many times kids did their laps in order to get their PE recognition or whatever, that thing they had to do every year with him and all the kids that he's helped raise in this community. And the blacktop that's no longer here, and I can't imagine the countless hours that he played on that blacktop with those rims down there. Didn't even have nets on them many times, but you know, it's just so cool to see what's going on here. And I remember January the 5th because I was one of the first firefighters in the building that stood on this very property. And it was discouraging, it was upsetting to see that two-story, 13,000 square foot building that many of us graduated from in this town gone. And I remember graduating right down over top of that hill right there. It was so hot in that building that we graduated down on the front lawn. So I know the history of this town. I love this town. Each one of us have an opportunity to choose where we live. And I never left. I'm here and I love it, and I don't plan on leaving until the day I die. And then I probably won't leave. Maybe they'll have a new cemetery in Colonial Beach by then, and I'll still be here. So But I want to just quote something, and I know I've read that this is, one of the biggest developments or redevelopments in the past 25 years. And I want to read you a quote that I think really says it all. I've heard this and I've read it from an individual who has promised to listen and to learn and to move forward responsibly in a manner that benefits the town and provides residents and visitors with valuable new real estate. And that's none other than Duke Dodson, the president and founder of the Dodson Development Group. He's a young guy, he's a lot younger than I am, but he does have a vision, and today is the first step of making that vision come true. Thank you, Mr. Dodson, and your group of people that's helping me. So I wish all of you a wonderful day. It's exciting. Boy, is it an exciting time in our town. I love all of you, and I look forward to seeing what's going to be on this piece of property, as well as the other pieces of property in town that he's purchased and is going to develop in the very near future. Thank you.
He's a hard act to follow because he's so good at public speaking, and I still have to use notes. So I apologize for that, but I'm working it through it. Thank you, Tim. Thank you so much. You're doing a great job representing us here in Colonial Beach. To our Board of Supervisors, to our county, and our relationship with the county is growing, and I appreciate the supervisors that are attending today and have enjoyed working alongside all of you, but especially Fisher too, and look forward to our continued progress. This is a big step for the county, just as it is for the town of Colonial Beach. I think Tim recognized most of the people I was going to mention. So my town council that is here, that share this moment together with me. I appreciate all of you, all of the work that you're putting into this. Mr. Blunt, Eddie Blunt, our former mayor, there you are. Thank you so much for really kickstarting this initiative. I mean, it's one step at a time, at a pace here, and but it wouldn't have got to this place without your leadership, so I appreciate that. Also, members of our council, school board, planning commission, and our Chamber of Commerce, Carrie Geddes, I saw, and Marianne Day, there you are. You don't have to stand in the back, you guys. Both of them do so much for this town and all of our events, and they always stand not in the limelight, and so everybody should just look at them, right? So, I love you guys. Thank you so much for everything you're doing. Mike Fitzpatrick with the EDC initiative, Economic Development Committee, that has really been growing and amazing. Joyce Reimer and Downtown Colonial Beach, Jeff Crook, and who is now president of Downtown Colonial Beach. Looking forward to that. Susan Mack with the Alliance. That has been so amazing to see this community come together through all of our nonprofits as one, communicating and creating direction. And I think that we're seeing a lot of fruits bearing from that initiative. And Vicki Luna, if you're here today, I'm not good at spotting people. I never was great at finding Waldo. All right, we'll get down to it. So thank you to everyone here today. This groundbreaking symbolizes the start to a rebirth in Colonial Beach as the town experiences its highest growth rate in decades. We're at 10% now, according to the newest census. Today, we stand on the old School Hill, a place that is special to me and many others in our Colonial Beach community. I once served detention here, actually, like right there. I think I was passing notes in class. I rode my bike to and from this property. I won the science fair, and the Cracker Box hosted many middle school dances. Hands up on the shoulders and on the waist only. That's it. It also hosted my own high school prom. I graduated the year that Isabel hit, and no other venue was open, and so we went to our middle school Cracker Box gymnasium for my high school prom, and it sat right there. I think we pulled up in a limo to our small Cracker Box. It was a lot of fun. I will forever have fond memories of the hill overlooking the Potomac from math and social studies class. But today, we are making a new memory together, one that I also cherish. The symbolic nature of a groundbreaking is not so different from a tradition known across the world of breaking bread. Breaking bread in many cultures and religions is a moment you share a piece of something you have and believe in, and give with those seated at the table. A time that you recognize your shared struggles and support one another. The Dodson Development Project is more than 21 townhomes, condos, retail, and a hotel. It is a pivotal part of our community finding its way to the future. The town, the townspeople, and the Dodson team will share in the struggles and the success of this project. The celebration of today's groundbreaking is just one step of many that we all contribute to. Past town councils, town staff, local NGOs, the Chamber of Commerce, the work of downtown Colonial Beach, and our Westmoreland County partners. In the 1980s, the town recognized the need to be reinvented. And by purchasing the property along the boardwalk and removing dilapidated structures, I believe my predecessor officials always envisioning that this would result in development. The town of Colonial Beach has been preparing its bread for decades now. The revitalization of the boardwalk and the formation of downtown Colonial Beach, the result of remarketing the property, is also paired with sewer line replacement, stormwater planning, and infrastructure upgrades. The American Rescue Act funds will serve to aid us and put these critical infrastructure pieces in place as we move toward a more vibrant and busy time in the economic growth of the town and the Northern Neck as a whole. With change comes some level of fear. While many know it is time to grow, they also grip tightly to the past and present, not knowing what is ahead. It is critical to the quality of life of our current and future residents to stay true to our local heritage while stretching to our potential, which is why I'm so proud of the Virginia Historic Commercial District designation and excited for our federal designation coming in just a couple months. Memorializing our unique architecture in the Department of Historic Resource Program makes historic revitalization viable and attractive to investment. It allows buildings to breathe again and celebrates the pieces that make our town so special. We will see that coming in phase 2. Colonial Beach was so aptly named because the two best things that we have going for us are right there. The history and the waterfront. Colonial Beach, right up front. I am excited for today, but also for what is next to come. The Dodson development begins so appropriately as a phoenix, from the burnt ash of a beloved school hill to activating and transforming the downtown. Success for Dodson will be success for the town, and not just by way of capital funds and taxes, but by improving the quality of life for generations to come. Because in order for it to be a success, it must do more than just build buildings. It must also integrate, become a part of the fabric of the town, increase opportunity, job growth, support our community needs, enhance our wellness, and be a vibrant participant in the small town life that we cherish. And we know Colonial Beach is full of vibrant participants, so it must hold its own. Live, work, play. It's a mantra of downtown Main Street, a program and way of revitalization that's greatest gem is the people of the community. Their talents, commitments, and shared support. It means you live in a community that provides for you as you provide for it and you enjoy it. That's why I live here in Colonial Beach. The most exciting part of this kickoff is that the four-phase concept incorporates all of those qualities. The town of Colonial Beach is the only original planned waterfront resort community in the state of Virginia. The town hill, the old hotel, the municipal pier, the boardwalk, and the housing were all part of the Kent's vision for a Potomac resort community incorporated 129 years ago that today we call home. activating open space, accommodating tourism, creating a neighborhood are part of the original purpose, and these places have made the memories for generations to return to time and time again. The beach is a way of life, and today we break our bread, our ground and land for phase 1 of the Dodson development, the School Hill Townhomes, that invite a rebirth of the oldest original resort community in the state of Virginia, and welcome you all to be a part of the rejuvenating spirit that exists here in Colonial Beach. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody, for coming today. Thank you guys for having me. Robin and Mr. Tribbett, thank you for the comments. We are very, very, very excited to start this project. In the last year, a lot of people have done a lot of work to get us from there to here. You know, you guys have recognized a lot of them, Eddie and Robin and Town Council for getting this land on the market, for negotiating the deal last year. And I like to thank a bunch of people. I hope I don't forget anyone, but I'll try. I'd like to start with my family, my support team for coming with me the last 12 weekends, helping me figure out what we're doing here, navigate, learn more about this market. I know a lot about the market, but there's still a lot to learn. You know, my grandparents used to come here and go dancing on the boardwalk to Tommy Dorsey and other bands. My dad used to bring me here on the boat to bet on the ponies. And so it's a special place to me, and I look forward to being part of the community for a long time. My family's buying townhouse number 4, which is probably right around where Eric is sitting now. So Coach Swope, hopefully you'll be sitting there in a couple years picking crabs, looking at the pool here. We have a putting green for my son Tucker, who is a golf nut, so he should be excited about that. But my team, I'd like to thank Adam Tiller, who couldn't be here today. He's been instrumental in this project. Our architect, James Hill with Fulton Singh, has been amazing throughout this whole process. Our civil engineer, Brian Ditzler with the Timmons Group. F&R, Site Right with Derek Bass, who's doing the site work here. THS Construction with Terry Shoemaker and Brian Grimes, who's here today. We're going to be building these things for us. Our lender, Virginia Credit Union. Our investors, who without our investors, those brave souls who actually write a check because they believe in us and believe in what we're going to do, it would not be possible without them. The folks here at the town have been amazing. It truly has felt like we're working together through this and not working against each other. At the beginning of any transaction, you're on the opposite end of that transaction. You're negotiating. But from day one, the folks here in the town have held us accountable, yet helped us find a way to get it done. And I truly appreciate that. Starting at the top with Mayor Schick. When we got this land under contract, she gave a really great speech about rejuvenating the boardwalk, and it pulled at my heartstrings. And then right after that process, she came up to me, she said, "Congratulations," and she goes, "You better get this done." And so, I mean, that just sums up what it's like to be in, in Robin's position. It's a tough spot to be in because it's not easy to get these things done. So thanks for all that you've done to get us here. India, I'm really excited to be working with you over the next year. I think you're a superstar, and I think that the town is in really good hands with you and Robin at the helm. So I look forward to seeing what you guys do here. Town Council, I know you guys put a lot of time and effort into helping this town and helping me get through this and our team. So thank you. I'd like to thank the citizens of Colonial Beach. There's a lot of very passionate citizens. They give us a lot of feedback. Some of it good, some of it not good, but we listen to all of it, and we try to truly understand what this development will be like, not just for us and our team, but for the town, for the folks that have lived here for years, and the folks that will live here. The folks like Joyce Reimer with downtown Colonial Beach. That historic designation is a big deal, and it's a big part of why we're doing this. Mike Fitzpatrick and the Economic Development Committee that I'm part of, been very helpful in learning, navigating. Coach Swope helping everyone get incorporated with the world of Scrapple. But it's folks like you guys that make this town a special place, make all this possible. And if all of us, continue. If all of those groups, all the citizens, all the town government, our team, if all of us continue to work together, special things can happen, and special things will happen here in Colonial Beach. So thank you for your time, and appreciate it. I forgot 2 special things. Number 1, forgot to thank the hardest working and most passionate realtor on the Eastern Seaboard, Eric Nelson, who's helping to sell these townhouses for us. 7 sold. There's only 16 left. You better jump on it. And second, Eric would like to invite everybody here for the launch party for the townhome sales immediately following this, 11 o'clock at Caldwell Banker. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. As mentioned, I'm the town manager, India Adams Jacobs, and I won't take too much time today from the main reason why we're here, which is to officially break ground. First, I'd like to thank Mr. Tim Trivett from the Westmoreland County Board of Supervisors, as well as Mr. Henson and Ms. Dickerson Tate for showing up today. It really means a lot to the town as we work on building our relationships together moving forward in the future. I'd also like to thank my town council in attendance, Mayor Robin Schick, Vice Mayor Mike Cabry, Councilmember Dr. Self Sullivan, Councilmember Kenny Allison, Councilmember Vicki Roberson, Councilmember Tom Moncure, and Councilmember Powell Duggan. And I'd also like to give a special thanks to our staff who have worked on this project. Ms. Kathleen Easley, our planning director, Ms. Lisa Oakes, our CFO, Rob Murphy, our public works director and deputy town manager, and our town attorney, Ms. Vivian Shade Giles. In closing, I'd like to give a special thanks to Mr. Duke Dodson and his team for his vision for this project and their commitment to bringing a quality project to the beautiful town of Colonial Beach, a true gem in Westmoreland County and the Northern Neck region at large. During our first meeting, Duke and I shared our stories of visiting Colonial Beach as children. His story of boating on the Potomac with his father, and my story of enjoying the beach and enjoying shrimp and crab at Wilkerson's with my mother and father. The two common themes from these nostalgic childhood memories were family and fun, as the mayor alluded to earlier. So today, I could not be more excited to break ground on this project that we will know will be a special chapter in someone else's life and their story. A place that will only add to this great town's legacy as a destination for family and fun. Thank you all for being here today, and a special thanks to our residents and our community partners who showed up today as we break ground on this very great project. At this point, we'll go ahead and take some photos and do our official groundbreaking, starting with our county folks and our council. And we have some dirt already over here for us to officially dig up.